All right, guys, chapter 4 gets pretty fun. So, chapter 4 is all about solving systems of equations by graphing. So, before this, we've talked about slope intercept form, right? Where we know y is equal to mx plus b. Well, today, what we're going to be talking about is if I have two equations and I set them equal to each other, right? I'm going to graph them and try and figure out where they intersect. So, today, a few things you need to know. If something has one solution, we know the exact answer. We know that x is -3 and y is -1, or a equals 4 and b equals 2. We know that's where the lines intersect. Okay. If something has infinitely many solutions, that means their lines are the same. And if something has no solutions, they're going to have parallel lines because they never touch. So today's goal is to graph, all right, and make sure when we're graphing our equations in slope intercept form and figure out where my two lines intersect. So let's go ahead and graph these together. Number one, we have two lines. So this first one's already in slope intercept for me. It starts at 0, 0 in the origin. So it looks like I go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. And I always tell students to also go up 2 to the left 1, up 2 to the left 1. Since we're on our laptops right now, I want you to press draw and do ink to shape. When you do that, you should be able to get a pretty general line, maybe, through your points, all right, or your ordered pairs. The second equation is not in slope intercept form yet. So I need to divide both sides by 2. And when I do that, I get y equals 2x. So I'm going to change the color of my pen. I'm going to change it to pink or purple. I also start in the origin, but instead of going down, I'm going up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. All right, and for my origin, to the left 2, down 1, or over 1, to the left 2, down 2, to the left 1. Sorry, whew. All right, again, ink to shape. So I know that my line intersects right here at 0, 0. So the solution for this has to be 0, 0. So there's one solution. Oh man. And my one solution is at 0, 0. This next problem, they're both in slope intercept form, so I know I can graph. The first one, I'm going to make a dot in pink, so I know that that is going to be my pink line. So I start at the origin for this one. Up 1 to the right 2. Rise 1 to the right 2. Up 1 to the right 2. From the origin, down 1 to the left 2. Down 1 to the left 2. Down 1 to the left 2. I'm going to go ahead and graph it with my ink to shape. Hopefully that goes. All right, and then my other equation, I'll do in blue. Notice how my y-intercept is at 2. I'm going to go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Looks like my points are getting farther and farther away from the pink. So now what I'm going to do, the opposite of up 1 over 1, is to go down 1 to the left 1, down 1 to the left 1. I don't know why it's not drawing. Down 1 to the left 1 again. All right, let's try this again. Down 1 to the left 1, down 1 to the left 1, down 1 to the left 1, down 1 to the left 1. Here is where they intersect. So that looks like it's at -1, 2, 3, 4, -4, -2. All right, so there's one solution for that as well. Down below, these two we need to put in slope intercept form. So to do that for this first one, I'm going to subtract 2x on both sides. So I get 3y equals -2x plus 10. I'm going to divide both sides by 3, so I get y equals -2/3 x plus 10/3. All right, so 10/3 ends up being about 3 1/3, so 1, 2, 3 1/3. All right, my slope looks like we're going down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3. All right, the opposite of going down 2 is going up 2 to the left 3. So my graph looks like this. All right, let's go ahead and do this next one. So 6y equals -4x when I subtract x on both sides, plus 12. We get y equals -2/3 x plus 2. Watch what happens. I have a dot at 2, right, on my y-intercept. I'm going down 2 to the right 3, down 2 to the right 3, or up 2 to the left 3. What do you notice about this line? Well, they're parallel. So how many solutions do I have? No solutions. They are never going to touch. All right, if they have the same slope, my lines will not touch. Let's talk about this next one. First one we need to put into slope-intercept form. So I'll get y equals 2x plus 0. And then we have y equals x minus 3. So if I start this first one in the origin, I go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. The opposite of rising 2 is going down 2 to the left one, down 2 to the left one. All right, I'm going to have you graph this one and write where they intersect for me on that line. Number 5, x is 5. For this one, I always think, okay, well, is it going to be a 0 slope or an undefined slope? So if I have my x and my y, I know all day, every day, my x value is 5, no matter what my y value is. So I know if x is 5, it's going to be going up and down on my y, and my x-axis going up and down here at 5. All right. The second equation, if I put it in slope-intercept form, we'll get 2y equals negative x plus 3. So y has to equal negative 1/2 x plus 3/2. So if I have a dot at 1.5 on my y-intercept, I will be going down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. So it looks like it's intersecting here at 5, 0. All right. I'm going to have you guys do number 6. So you're doing 6 and this problem right here. And then for homework is U2 and U4 on IXL.